Okay. And finally, the connector of all the pieces is the last thing that you do has to also be one of the most compelling things that you do. We're finally at number 7, or if you're backwards, number 7, or number 7, whichever one works in the video. So here's the deal. We spent a lot of time talking about the fact that your website, your story, your testimonials, your Google ratings, your video, your content, your compelling, your ads, and your experience is important, and it is. But one of the things that most companies don't even scratch the surface on is what we consider the back-end loop. And the back-end loop connects the dots into a circle. And as a result, it becomes what we call the dovetail circle. I didn't start off with that, but dovetailing, if you want to understand how far it goes back, my grandfather used to do carpentry. And he would do drawers and things. And I remember as a kid, he would pull them out and I go, oh, that's neat. And for those of you in the industry, you are going to know this. For those of you who don't know, let me just explain. In the back of a drawer, you will find something they call a dovetail. And a dovetail is a joint that basically locks the two pieces of wood together. It's, you know, your triangle pattern, but it is the most seamless, most beautiful kind of joint you can put in the back of a drawer. So one day he was talking about the dovetail and I asked my grandfather, I go, Pop, what is a dovetail? He goes, oh, it means they fit perfectly together and seamlessly together. So I've always believed the word dovetail just means fits perfectly together. In the world of marketing, we have a dovetail. The dovetail is when you run all of these things at one time, you're creating a seamless impact for your customer. And they don't see it or feel it, but you do, because you've taken the time and the care to put the pieces together. But this last number 7 is the one that almost every company we've ever dealt with has to learn. Now they do some of it, but it's not about doing it. It's about doing it well and doing it to the customer's advantage. And I will give you both the secret sauces and what you need to understand. If you want to reduce your costs in marketing, if you want to amplify your message, if you want to generate more profit than you've ever had in your company, this is the one that connects all the dots. And it's so simple that we always get kind of weirded out because most companies don't actually want to use it or use it well, because it is the one that connects everybody. What does it mean? Okay, let's start with the simplicity of it, engaging with your audience. So we'll start with engaging with your audience in a social media platform. Most people think by posting on social media that they're advertising and they're marketing. Nothing could be further from the truth. All social media should be for is to give compelling information, give value. Posting, yes, pictures, yes, all that is social. I get that. But you don't actually use those pieces as your social marketing environment, because posting a picture is not advertising. It's not marketing. It's just posting. Because you have to post with purpose. And posting with purpose is your ability to have a message connected to a whole set of messages that people go, oh, that makes sense, because you're being congruent. Your continuity is huge. It's huge, right? Most people say, oh, we post once or 3 times a month. It's like, that's not posting either. That is lazy. It's completely lazy. Put a beep in there. It's completely lazy. Can you do it? Okay, I'm going to. I'll give you 3. You do it. It's completely fucking lazy. No, sorry, that was Irish for lazy. Now, what does it mean? It means if you don't care enough about being connected to your audience, then don't connect to your audience. And then they're going to know you're not connected to your audience, and then they know you don't care. And if they know you don't care, why should they do business with you? I know that seems like a simple thing, because it is. So how about this? You need a variety of postings on a weekly basis. I would even suggest sometimes daily, depending which kind of company that you are. I've proven this on several levels, but let me explain. Being consistent is the key. So let's just say you start it once a week. Here's something that's going on, here's something that's interesting, here's something that's that. Congratulations, this person, we were so excited to do it. But you make the messages about everyone else, not about yourself. It's the hardest thing to teach, because social media is all about this. Look at me, right? Selfies, I get it. But if you make social media about everyone else, then everyone else wants to be on your social media because they may be the one that you make it a part of or make it a point of amplifying. Like the craziness is, social media is the freest version of marketing that there is. but it's only free and beneficial if the message is right. Now, how much time you can hire a dozen social media people who can do posting. Okay, but are they marketers? Are they salespeople? Do they understand the message? Do they put the pieces together? Do they connect the dots to your advertising? Do they connect the dots to your website? Do they connect the dots to your video content? If the answer is no to any of those questions, then you're throwing money away, because everything needs to be connected. Because when it's congruent, you connect this entire process of being available. Now, one of the secrets that we have here at Exposure Marketing is one of those pieces that is going to really piss off everybody else in the marketing business. And I don't give a shit. And I'll tell you why I don't care. Because I'm tired of people charging you for making things up that are going to cost you money and get you no results. The reason I'm doing this video in the first place is so you can get all the results without paying anybody any money. How's that for a disruptor in the market? Go exposure, go exposure. Look, for our purposes, okay, just so you know, everybody behind the camera is like shaking their head at me right now. I don't care. I'll tell you why. I don't have a reason. But here's the thing. I actually do care. But here's the thing. If your company is being charged to get things like SEO and backlinks and the pieces, and that's the conversion, and every marketing company that we come across that's new marketing and understands how digital works and basically says they can get you on the first page of Google doesn't get you with the sales. Why? Because if your website, your content, your information, and all the other pieces we've gone through don't connect, it doesn't matter if you're on the first page of Google. Duh, right? But here's the thing, that's all they know. Because very few of them have ever taken the time to be salespeople or marketing people or been in business and spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars training people, making money, trying to get the right ads, trying to get the right prop. You have to understand, these people don't know what they're doing. First rule that we tell every one of our clients, if you're hiring somebody and they haven't spent the money to actually do the advertising that they tell you.
There was a little Spanish flea, a record star, he thought he'd be. He heard of singers like Beatles, the chipmunks he's seen on TV. Why not a little Spanish flea?
And I said to you before, we spend tens of thousands, $100,000 to figure these pieces out. That means we're giving you what works based on what actually works, not what we think works. That's like going to university, getting a degree in marketing and saying, I'm a marketer. Well, how much theory have you got? All the theory, how much application? Zero. Sorry. The point is, I went to university and I left early because university wasn't ready for me. Well, that's what they told me, that I had to go because I wasn't ready for them. Point being is, I went straight to becoming an entrepreneur. And that was the whole premise. So that years of experience, I can bring down and basically shorten your basic learning curve in a matter of seconds. Why? I've done it so often, so many times, and for so many clients, and they've had so much success that all I want to do is share it with you. Now you ask your marketing company, your marketing person, how much they've actually done. If you hired somebody in, ask them, how much have they spent marketing? Because they're spending your money on their ideas. I don't know if that works, right? Here's what I do know. They're going to copy things out there. Great. But when it boils down to it, ask yourself a real question. Are you getting the results you want? Because the only question you should ask is, how do my results happen doing what you're doing? So for our purposes, as we get through this, engaging with your audience at social media levels, posting on social media is not advertising and marketing, it's posting. But it is one key component to engaging with your audience. Your website, engaging with your audience. Your YouTube channel. What? Yeah, your YouTube channel. What? Yeah, your YouTube channel. Okay, so here's the point. Remember the videos we talked about? Remember the content videos we talked about? Remember the 7 things you need to know about finding a roofer, electrician, plumber, mason, carpenter, whatever? Here are the things to do. Yeah, there's tons of them on there. Why can't you be one of those too? Right? Why can't you? Because at the end of the day, YouTube channel becomes one of those things you go, hey, check out a video I did here. That's part of your connection with the audience. Oh my gosh, got another video. Oh my gosh, right? Okay, articles. Where are your articles? What? Where are your articles on plumbing in the 21st century? Or, hey, plumbing techniques they use in 2024, electrician techniques. Nobody does it. It seems strange. Well, it doesn't cost a lot, but it's very powerful because now it's content, and content engages with your audience. All of which has to be connected to your ads, your compelling content, your website, your testimonials, and most importantly, your story. The second you can get in a video and tell your story, everything begins at a level that is even hard to describe. Why? Because if you're willing to get in front of a video, your customers will do the same. So, engaging your audience isn't just about social media. It's understanding that when you basically do something on social media, you've got to connect the dots. Now, the final part of this is the most underutilized portion of engaging your audience, and that is connecting them on a daily or weekly basis to a message, a concept, a story that you create based on your actual business, product, or service. The number one compelling piece of this engagement is email marketing. Now, most people don't realize you can get up to 36 times your return for every dollar spent on email marketing. Now, that number fluctuates. It could be as high as 50, it could be as low as 30, but understand a 50x return on your dollar. Well, what does it mean? Well, do you take emails and send messages every week to your audience? A compelling story, something that happened last week, a renovation that you did, a flooring that you did, electricity, a story that tells people something. People love stories. Now, it's going to seem strange, but imagine, let's now go back to the beginning. Your story connects to the audience. So that story connects to the audience. Why can't a weekly story connect to the audience? We do it basically across the board for all of our clients. Now, here's the premise. Imagine now you go back to your website. In the fold, you capture the lead. You capture the lead, which gives you your name and the email address for giving them something compelling or something of value in return. Law of reciprocation. By getting that email, you are now generating a list of potential clients, and sometimes they need to go on a journey with you. That journey can be done through emails. You can tell them about events. You can tell them about things that have been done. You can tell them about a story about a customer who was absolutely excited because something happened. Now, again, it's not the same thing for every one of you, but understand, specifically for your business, your service, or your product, you can generate an email every week that tells a story, that connects to the audience, that builds more trust over time. And sometimes customers need a few weeks, a few months before they're ready. Now, you know that in home services business, somebody goes, oh, I'm thinking about getting my deck done, but I'm going to do it in the spring or the fall, okay? Sometimes they turn around and they say it different ways. So for our purposes, it's really simple. Email marketing is one of the most powerful connecting tools at the end of the circle to keep the circle going. You can drive them back to the website, back to the story, back to an article, back to a compelling video or content video, back to an ad. All of that means that you create a circle of business. And in that circle of business, you generate more connectivity, or basically the law of reciprocation with your audience. All of it means that when you put the pieces together in the circle, you drive people into this whole world that is your company, that is your business, that is your message. And in doing so, you have the ability to turn potential customers into customers at a much higher return rate. Videos get a high 90% visual content connection rate, but emails connect the dots at the end. So, for your benefit, whether it is absolutely imperative to you to generate more leads, more customers, and then more sales, your blueprint for success is not just one thing. And if you only focus on one or two things and they don't work, you'll ask yourself why. And it's always the same process with our clients. Well, why don't I just do this or this? Well, you can do just this or this, or one or two or three of those things. But when you put the circle together, you create a world around you. You create a perimeter fortress around you, because everywhere you go, they're going to see your message. Why? Now think about it. You said you wanted to be on the first page of Google, and you hired someone to do SEO. What would happen if you've got YouTube videos, you've got articles, you've got a website, you've got ads, you've got basically everything you need to generate that content, because content really is the key to understanding how to rank in Google, because Google loves content. Now you've got Google reviews, now you've got testimonials, now you've got video. All those pieces together with a continuing story using your email marketing means your customers trust you, value you, and could end up doing business with you.